Missed calls are missed jobs. In this video, I'm building an AI inbound agent for an HVAC company called CoolFlow. It picks up every call, qualifies the lead during the conversation, handles pricing questions without making up numbers, and routes ready-to-book callers to the dispatch team with all the job details already on screen before they even say hello. Let's go. Before I touch the wizard, I'm uploading the knowledge base. You can do this in the wizard later on, but I just like to do it this way. Because for a sales agent, this is a little bit different from a support agent. We're not just answering questions about problems, we're answering questions about services, questions about pricing, how booking works, what areas we cover, the stuff that comes up on a first call from a potential customer. Now, I'm uploading the CoolFlow knowledge base. I already pre-created this for this video. It covers services, ballpark pricing, booking, common issues and what causes them, the brands they work with, emergency call-out details, and the service area. Okay, now let's move on to the wizard. Step 1. First, we go to voice agents, and then click on new voice agent. We're going to pick a custom template in this situation because I want to have the flexibility to add custom skills and custom scenarios. I'm going to call this agent CoolFlow Inbound Agent, and I'm going to pick the inbound direction. This is important because the agent will receive inbound calls and not make them. Now let's pick the voice, and I really want you to take a second here. There are so many voices, but remember, this is the first thing that a potential customer hears from this business. For a trades company, you want something that sounds confident and straightforward, not too corporate. So go ahead and play a couple of these voices and pick the best one for your use case. Now, in the greeting section for a sales agent, this is doing something specific. I wanted to signal speed because for this specific company, anything that is urgent should be also showing how fast you respond because that's part of the value. Okay, the initial profile is done, and now we're going to move on to skills. Okay, let's talk about extracting information. As we mentioned, qualification is a priority here. Everything I add gets captured automatically from the conversation and added to my system of record. Now, before I built this, I thought about what a dispatcher actually needs to know before they pick up a transferred call. And that is exactly how you should approach when you're building something like this for your business. I personally ended up with 7 things. Number 1, service type. I'm going to choose a list here because I want clean categories and not free text. The options map directly to how CoolFlow dispatches jobs. Number 2 is the issue description. This one is a text. It's a brief summary of the problem or the work they need. I'm choosing text here because the specifics matter most, and I do not want to lose them in a category or a list. Third, we are going to go with property type, and we're going to choose list again because I have 2 options, residential or commercial in this case. This changes how you price and staff the job, so I want it captured cleanly every time. Number 4 is urgency. This one is a list again. This is the field that tells the dispatcher how fast to move. The caller name is going to be text, and the caller address is going to be text. So this is going to enable the dispatcher to know immediately whether it is in the service zone and roughly how far out the technician needs to go. And finally, system type, text. If the caller knows the brand or model of their system, the technician can come prepared with the right parts. Saves a second visit. Free text here because there are too many combinations to make a useful list. Okay, now let's go on to the answer questions skill. So the agent pulls from the knowledge base for pricing, services, availability questions, everything that we've added there. And the fallback here, I wanted to go to the dispatch team. If it cannot answer, the right move is to just get the caller to someone who can. Okay, now let's talk about transferring to humans. I'm going to add 3 rules here. Number 1, if the caller mentions a gas smell, no heat, no cooling in extreme weather, flooding, uses the word emergency, so you would come up with your own words and scenarios, I'm going to transfer to emergency dispatch immediately without any need of qualification. If the caller mentions they want to book, schedule, or get someone out, I'm going to transfer this to the dispatch team. This is my hot lead signal. Someone ready to book should get to a human immediately and as fast as possible. If the caller mentions they have worked with CoolFlow before or asked for a specific technician by name, I'm going to transfer them to the dispatch team because existing customers typically need continuity. And now let's work on the context card. This is what makes the handoff actually useful. A dispatcher picking up a transferred call needs to know what the job is before they say hello. And I'm enabling caller name and AI summary and adding 5 custom fields, the ones that we already mentioned. I could add all 7, but I want to keep the context card to the most critical ones for the dispatch. And finally, I just want to set up one more final skill, which is take a message. This is for non-emergency call. Caller leaves with a confirmation and a callback promise rather than just a dial tone. If you wanted to build something more sophisticated for handling after-hour calls with time-based routing, this is of course possible, but that would be done in the call flow designer, and that is a complete different topic that we can handle in another video. Now let's continue to the knowledge base. Now here you could upload your document, or in my case, I'm selecting the CoolFlow document that I uploaded before the wizard. Add files, find it, select it, you're done. Last step, I want to add 2 more scenarios that I don't think the skills alone can cover. Number 1, I want to cover the situation when callers ask for a specific price. And this comes up on almost every call in trades. The honest answer is that every job is different and a technician needs to see it first, but I do not want the agent to just say it does not know and leave it there. This scenario gives it a real answer, mentions the diagnostic fee, and moves towards booking. And the second one is going to be when the caller is outside the service area. CoolFlow covers the greater Denver metro. If someone calls from outside that area, the agent needs to handle it cleanly without just saying no and hanging up. The default scenarios that are already there, I'm gonna keep on. Now let's click save and finish, and we're done. There are just 2 things left for you to get this live. Number 1, connect it to your number, and number 2, test the agent. Numbers are in the left navigation section. Find the CoolFlow inbound number, click the blue pencil icon, and click Configure Call Flow. In the answered branch, click the plus icon, select a voice agent, and select CoolFlow's inbound agent. Set the fallback to voicemail. Confirm the steps, save, and finish. Finally, we need to test the voice agent. To do it, just add your number and click test to start the call. There are 4 calls I would recommend before you go live with this specific scenario. Call 1, say your AC stopped working and you want someone to come out. It should qualify you, get your address and urgency, and offer to route to dispatch. Call 2, ask how much it costs to replace a furnace. It should give the ballpark, mention the diagnostic fee, and move towards booking. Call 3, say you have no heat and it is the middle of winter. Should treat it as an emergency and route immediately without going through the full qualification flow. Call 4, give it an address outside of Denver Metro. Should deliver the service area response and offer to take your details. As you saw, my testing scenarios are all pulling from the skills and the scenarios and the knowledge base that I want the agent to have. And that is the full build. Every inbound call answered, every lead qualified before it gets to your dispatcher, every emergency routed immediately. If you want to try this for yourself, click the links down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.